50. Yeah. It's 50 shades of life. Let's talk about your type. Are your pockets feeling light?
Does your man treat you right?
Is your sex game lame? Are you searching for some fame? Hey yo, cuz, let's talk about it. Sex, health, music, wealth, truth and self. I knew myself. Boy, you better not lose yourself. But let me mind my own black business. Running up these digits, fresher than them dishes.
Talia, grant your wishes. I'm a tarot reading witness.
Yeah. 5-0. Yeah, 50.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Life. What's up, everybody? Welcome to 50 Shades of Life. I am your girl, Raquel Ne'Cole, and here is my dope co-host.
I'm BlaqMagnolia, Talia. Welcome, everyone.
What up, what up? So today is chapter 11. Dang, we actually getting into, we at double digits now. I feel like we maturing, Talia.
We are.
So we have our first licensed counselor on here today. So we're going to kind of take advantage and then we're going to not take advantage of the situation.
Okay.
He ready? I don't think he's ready. So we're going to have fun. Look, y'all, he even got his red solo cup. I didn't even do his bio yet. And he on the scene drinking. So somebody else, y'all go get your drinks because we're going to have fun today on chapter 11. So let me introduce you guys. So this handsome man right here, his name is Mr. Odis Bellinger. So let's give it up for, I'm going to call him O. We're going to give it up for O. What up, though, O?
Woo!
So welcome. So, all right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a bio about this man. And if you are from the Metro Detroit area, I am quite sure you probably know who he is. And you can definitely catch him on TikTok because he is always on TikTok now, which we're going to get to that in a minute as well. So Odis Bellinger, and I'm saying that correct, right? I'm saying your name right?
All good.
All right. All right, Odis Bellinger is a highly trained clinical therapist with a master's degree. He is the founder and director of the Building Better Men Mentoring and Leadership Program. It's a school community-based organization established by him in 1991. The program offers a range of programs for boys ages 8 to 17 with the aim of bringing about positive change in their lives. Bellinger firmly believes that by changing one life, he can change many. He is also a well-known author of 2 best-selling books that are widely used in school districts across the country. He has conducted numerous local and national workshops and has spoken at over 200 conferences, including international events. Your brother is worldwide, okay? All right. His work primarily focuses on the development of Black males, mental health advocacy, and leadership skills. Thanks to his exceptional work, Bellinger has earned recognition from local and national media outlets. He is a confident and passionate individual who is dedicated to empowering young men to become the best versions of themselves. In his free time, ladies, listen to this. In his free time, he enjoys taking nature walks, writing poetry, and spending quality time with his children and grandchildren. So let's give it up for Odis Bellinger again.
Woo! All right. AKA
Welcome. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I said also known as O.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm calling him. I don't know if you've ever been called that, but that's what I'm calling you tonight because I don't have the time to say the whole name. Oh, that's just too long. We just gonna say oh, okay? All right. So Odis, I definitely want you again, welcome, but I wanted to kind of also let the audience know a little bit more. You do more than Building Better Men, but you also counsel adults and couples. Is that correct?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. All right. So tell us, where are you guys located and what made you get into counseling? Tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Yes, we have 2 offices in Southfield. One is at the Mike Morris building on 10 and Evergreen area, Lodge, Evergreen. Then we have another one 10 Mile near Telegraph. So, yeah, you know, we are a full-fledged private practice, and we do individual, we do family, we do couples, we do marriages, we do, I might want to be married, I might not want to be married. We do, you got 30 days to get the hell out of my house. We do them all.
So, which is dope. And I know a lot of people, I think, and we've talked about this in other chapters and stuff like that, but I think it's super dope that the Black community, we are finally out there getting the help and the counseling that we need. And I mean, do you feel like you guys are seeing more people coming to counseling than any other time since you've been doing this for quite some time?
Well, yeah, you know, our industry was one of the ones that benefited from the pandemic, right? I mean, we know the pandemic was a detrimental part of our history, but everybody wanted somebody to talk to, because what happened, it was like, now I gotta stay home with my husband. Now I got to work. Now I gotta be with these kids.
24/7.
Even the dog was tripping. Like, man, I thought y'all. I mean, I used to have all this to myself. Now y'all at the crib. Even the dog was tripping.
Yeah.
Right? So then the insurance company's like, you know what? We about to open this thing up. Employee assistance programs, instead of saying you got 6 sessions, unlimited.
Wow.
That's good.
And then they're like, do it on the phone.
Yeah.
Do it, you know, so it just blew up our industry.
Yeah.
Right. And so people wanted folks to talk and see, people don't know that if you are away from somebody for the majority of the day and see them at the end of the day, that's a different dynamic than being with them all day.
Sure is. It sure is.
Yeah, so our industry grew.
Mhm.
And even right now, people think the pandemic is over, but it's still remnants from the pandemic, you know. So, hey, people want to be able to process their pain.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. Go ahead.
So, but you didn't tell us why you got into counseling. What made you decide to do this?
Well, growing up, my mother sent me to so many counselors. I was like, damn.
What?
I could do this. I could do this. No, really, what it was is that I saw, see, people think when they pick a counselor, it's a contract. It's not. If you don't want that counselor, you just go to another one. Your insurance company understands.
Yep.
And so I finally got to a counselor that understood me. And not only did he understand me, I'm like, man, this dude got a bad office. He got these suits, he got these cars. And so one day I just asked him about his profession. And I mean, he was like, yeah, man, I took a test. I bill insurances. I do this, that. And I was like, whoa. And because I was trying to figure out and process why I was so angry, different things that was going on in my life. And so when I saw how he looked at the why behind my what,
Yeah.
I decided a long time ago, maybe there's something I want to take a look at. And then when the pandemic came, I'm telling you, and of course, we're praying for those who are affected by the pandemic.
For sure.
I have family members too, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of industry, I'm not sure if you can find an industry beyond the folk who did all the masks and stuff. Oh my God, the counseling industry just blew up.
Yeah.
And Amazon.
It made it where I was doing some work on a job and was doing counseling, But it got to the point where I was like, man, I'm never working for nobody again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I am a better employer than I am an employee.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So did you figure out your why? Did you finally, after those years of counseling, get down to the why of why you were angry?
Well, I grew up in a household with 2 brothers and 1 sister, all different fathers. My youngest brother, we knew his father, and it was 6 words that always plagued me. Why didn't this man want me, right? And see, people really, if you grew up with a father in a home,
Mhm.
you really don't understand the concept of not. Like, for instance, I had a guy tell me, oh man, I understand what you feel. So I put an empty chair in front of him. And I said, look at that empty chair. I want you to look at that chair and act like all the experiences that you had with your father was never there.
Right. Yeah.
He just
That's
looked
true.
at me. He just looked at me and said, I can't.
Yeah.
So when you say my why behind my what, I wanted to help young men who felt like me. Because I know, I know how that feels.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen no dude shave. You ain't never seen, I'm like, man, I wish I could have just seen a dude argue with my mother. I didn't see that.
Did she keep her and we kind of talked about this actually in the last chapter when we interviewed 6 different couples, and that actually kind of sort of came up when it was a divorced couple and they were talking about when they actually introduced their child, into the scene, and even in our blended family as well, we talked about it. Did your mother bring you around other men at all, like that she was dating, or was it rare? Like, how did she do that? If you don't mind me asking.
Man, my mother was one of the first Black Playboy models.
Wow.
Back in the day, they didn't put Black women in magazines. They had their own pictures, right?
Mhm.
She met this rich guy at the Playboy Club, used to be on the Lodge Freeway near 7 Mile. And he was married.
Mhm.
And he was rich. I mean, he has serious money.
Wow.
Mhm.
He
Keep
was,
talking. I got a penthouse.
but he was the one that taught me your why behind your what have to be significant.
Yeah, I agree.
And
100.
that was significant. When somebody taking something from you,
Mm-hmm.
let them believe it. But then you look them in the eye, but you really know they really put something in you.
But no, I was just telling Talia that the other day that I think that we were talking about relationships, which I would like to transition into that. And especially since, you counsel them or whatever, but I know you have a very strong opinion that you post and vibe about on his TikTok, which, matter of fact, real quick, give everybody your TikTok, because I want everybody to go out and check out this man's TikTok. He is on there religiously. Was it once or twice a day?
Well, yeah, my daughter got me on TikTok.
Really?
Mhm.
All right. So what's your handle? What's your TikTok handle?
The THEE counselor. The counselor.
Right here, y'all. Right here. All right. The counselor. So, and he talks about all types of stuff. He talks about people. He'll talk about relationships. He'll talk about his counseling sessions. He may talk about his daughter. He talks about all types of stuff. And
What I'm doing now, though, right?
You said what?
You know what the latest thing I'm doing, right?
What you doing?
No.
I put it on Facebook. See, to me, I believe there are things that's good for your mental health.
Mhm.
So we sometimes we think it's internal, but external, internal. So like I said, let me start eating better. So I said, let me start eating turkey burgers.
Mhm.
So I put on Facebook, where are the best turkey burger in Detroit? I
Right.
got like at least 40, 50 restaurants. So last week, I started going to each restaurant, buying a turkey burger. I'm not Mr. Chime Time. I'm not Hungry Black Man, but I've been posting
Mhm.
the turkey burgers, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And now I got restaurants calling me saying, you can come get a free turkey burger here, just post.
What?
So
What?
now I got people contacting me saying, can we go with you?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's nice.
But you know what? It all equates to it's good for your mental health.
Okay.
And my primary goal is to encourage people to, end the stigma on mental health. It don't mean something is wrong with you.
Mhm.
Actually, it means something is right with you. You're trying to maintain what's right with you.
Right.
So any way I can be creative,
Mhm.
and so I say turkey burgers good for your mental health. Now I'm getting folks calling me. So
Mhm.
now I open up the conversation. What's going on in your life? Let me turkey burger.
Yeah.
And go on psychologytoday.org and find you somebody to help you process it.
That's what's up. I like that. So he's taking food and using it as the liaison, get to people mentally to be able to say, all right, yep, you got some things that you need to address. Or maybe it's some
Mhm.
good things that are going on, So that's dope. That's dope. So let's get into the reason why we on here. Let me take my shoes off so I can stretch my feet out and get ready. All right. Do you think that it is difficult to have a successful relationship in today's society?
Hell yeah.
Okay. You didn't have to think long about that.
And that is all. Have a good night. Thank you for no. Well, first of all, let me ask you this. So have you ever been married before?
Yeah, listen, I've been married 3 times.
Dang.
3 times.
My
Oh,
bad.
And guess what?
Wait.
3 times, damn it.
Wait. Time out. Hold on. Back up. Okay. How many kids do you have? How many times you been married? And then we're going to get back into, are you married
your
now?
relationship.
No, I got 2 kids, none by my wife's.
Damn.
I'm not laughing at you. It was just funny. The way you said it.
And listen, 3 marriages, 1, I can say the pastor made me do it on 1. On 2,
Okay.
I can say the vodka made me do it.
The vodka.
What?
Then on a 3rd one, I wanted to be like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Man, that shit was like Beavis and Butthead. But anyway, go
What
ahead.
the hell? Okay. Wait.
You want to be a power couple and y'all were powerful together?
No, we were a power couple.
Okay.
We were powerful as hell.
So y'all were butting heads. Y'all were explosive.
Listen, let me tell you something. I've always searched for love in the wrong places,
Okay.
right? So you know what? My thing is, I figured out what my problem is.
Okay. What is it?
It's not me loving the women. It's them loving me.
All right, we
That's
got
what it is. No, seriously.
Okay. So you don't feel like in 3 relationships.
No,
Marriages. I'm sorry. You don't think in 3 marriages that at least one time it could have been your fault? Oh,
all of my fault. All of, you know why?
Why?
See, there's some things about these women I could like sit up here and talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, I take what's called an elimination walk, where, of course, you're walking for cardio, but I walk and I don't point the finger at nobody else.
Okay.
I point it at me. I teach that to my clients. Take an elimination walk.
Okay.
In that walk, you are saying, let me eliminate what has stopped me from being successful in different compartmental in my life, whether it's mental, interrelationships, work, health, finance. And you know what? You need to process that. So listen, I have always been looking for love.
Okay.
But see, I was looking for the love that my mama gave me in women. And I found out I'm never gonna find it. So
Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay. You gotta back up. So when you say you were looking for the love that your mother was giving you, describe that. What do you mean by that?
my mama, listen, if you got snot on your nose, boy, you handsome.
Okay.
Not hanging down, you look so good. Mama gonna say that. If you got an issue, you could damn near cry in front of your mama
Okay.
because you could be vulnerable.
Right.
Listen, I challenge both of you all. Go in a group of men anywhere in the world. I didn't say Detroit. And just ask them one question. How many of you all have ever cried in front of a woman before? Whether it's your mama. No, leader my mother. Intimately.
Yeah.
How many have cried and looked at it as a safe space? I do it all the time. I'm at about 20%. Most guys are like, no, I'm not crying because they might hold it against me. See, Shaq says something
That you keep crying in front of females. Is that what you said?
That's
because
what
they
he
don't
said.
feel
He said
comfortable.
he
They
just
don't
said
feel
he's
comfortable.
crying all the time.
No, a lot of men don't feel comfortable sharing their feelings in front of a female.
I literally just had this conversation with
And
Shaq.
see, the thing about it, Shaq said something the other day that a lot of people tripped on. Shaq said, Shaquille O'Neal, keep your feelings to yourself because if you, just Google it, keep your feelings to yourself because if you tell a woman how you feeling, she's going to hold it against you. And he got a lot of flack from a lot of black women. But a lot of black men was like, hell yeah, Shaq, you're right.
Now, why do you think, and you, from whether it's personal or professionally as a counselor, why do you think that some women receive when a male is telling you how they feel as a negative?
Something wrong with them.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
Why?
Something's wrong with the woman or something's wrong with the man?
See, let me explain something to you. There's some women out here, female OGs, that older women don't have value to some of these younger women. So an older woman to tell a woman, honey, you need to look nice at night for your husband. Take the bonnet off. Honey, you need to just, something that's in your mind, just don't say it because it might cause confrontation. Honey, you need, and guess what? They looking at them like, they're looking at them like, no, because it's this modern day woman. So the modern day woman thinks totally different than the old school women. And so guess what? That's why when you go to concerts and you go to a lot of events, you be like, damn, a table full of these black, beautiful women. You go to the sorority events, fraternity events. Why is it that the whole table be full of the baddest women who doing stuff in life? See, the formula for a man, a right man, you have to refrain from saying what you feel because that will make him think that you are emancipating him. Not
Emancipating?
not emancipating,
Okay.
emasculating him, right?
Yes.
But see, women don't get that. And then what will happen, I'm just keeping it real. I talk to thousands of men. They meet a woman, they get excited. Oh, this might be the one. And then they talk to her, connect with her, and then they say, let me put her in another category. I'm just gonna smash this one and just be cool with her, connect with her. But this ain't the one. But especially if she gave him some sex. So when women talk that, oh, I don't do it on the first date, whatever. Okay, maybe not the first. The third through fifth. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's it.
It was so much in there to where I was like, maybe I should have brought my notebook and started writing notes because I'm like, look, find this boy. Okay.
Y'all don't have me every week on this show, every other week. Something wrong with y'all.
Let me say this. Okay. So I grew up, I literally had this conversation partially with Talia a couple of days ago. And I grew up around older brothers. And then my closest friends were actually males. All right. Then I had some female friends, whatever, that even till this day, they're like some of my best friends, whatever. But my thing is I actually witnessed and grew closer to some of the males. So some of them would talk to me like their homeboy, right? So what you're saying, I hear you, right? Because I know a lot of times they would be like, man, you can say that, don't ever say that to your girl. But they would definitely have that conversation with their boy. You know, like, man, I feel like this, I feel like that, I don't like this, da, 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 da. So I definitely, I understand that. However, I feel like the same way males were told for years, like you're not supposed to show your emotions, that actually came from a man that told them that. That's fact, right? It was always the men that say, suck it up, man up, do this, do that. That was a man that told the men to be quiet. Now, there were some mothers who would take their sons into other rooms and would have conversations to say, how do you really feel? You know, and then there were some mothers who did the same thing as the men that were, you need to man up, shut up, be quiet, don't talk about this, blah, 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 blah. The females, we have grown, I would say my generation and up. I mean, you know, we in our 40s and up, right? But that's how we were also groomed to receive a male is you as if you don't have emotions. You know what I'm saying? And it was almost like, okay, you can hear how we feel, but I don't need to hear how you feel because a man is supposed to deal with his stuff on his own. So I think we're now at this point, and I was telling Talia this, I think we're at this like change in evolution to where now you have men who are now being told, because now a new generation of men is here. Well, a couple generations are here where these men want to tell the females and anybody else how they feel because they realize it actually helps them and it makes them feel good to be able to open up and tell somebody how the hell they feel. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is the females, we don't know how to receive it in some situations. Because for forever, we were like, wait a minute, y'all got feelings? Like, what the hell? So I think we're in like this evolutionary bump. And it's, unfortunately, it's more prominent in the Black community. Because we were not only told Black men should be quiet, Black women should also be quiet. Because Black women are the aggressive. Black women, if you say how you feel or why you feel so aggressive, Black men are aggressive. Black men, it was always, so everybody was quiet. You know, it was like, oh, okay. And then if we did have a problem, it probably didn't get talked about until all hell broke loose. And then everybody in here arguing, yelling or whatever. And then now we have all this tension and stuff. So I feel like now we're at the point where we don't know how to receive each other. So I feel like we are bumping heads more now than any other time. Versus other cultures, you look around, the Asian culture has always been about communicating. They have always been about talk. Now, they do have some masculine ways of doing things, and the female has to be this way and that way. The Arabic community has the same thing. The German community, whatever it is. But the Black community has always struggled with communication. We never had mental health help. We never had. I just feel like that's where we are today. That's my opinion. But I don't feel like the women are crazy. I just think that, shit, we don't know how to deal with it. We got so many. Now we like everybody emotional. And we're deeming it as emotional because we've never received that. We've never heard so many men talking about their emotions because they were told to shut the hell up. And now we're telling men how we feel. Now we call thugs. Now we call the modern woman because we actually are communicating back. But I'll let Talia talk about the modern woman comment because I know her face was like,
I got some comments. The first one I want to talk about really is, I don't think, you're a therapist and you seem like you are introspective. I don't think that it's wise to try to look for someone to love you like your mother. That is a period in time that is formative, and it's supposed to be an unconditional type of love. But I feel as you grow and you become an adult, that when you get in a relationship, the love that you have with a partner is different than the love that you would have with your mother. Just like I can't go to my man, my husband, and say, I want you to be my father, because that role has already happened for me. So I don't think it's a wise thing. And I think it will set you up for failure in your relationships if you continue to look for someone that kind of, I'm not saying that you can't find unconditional love, but no one's going to love you like your mother, because that's your mother's role. The other thing I wanted to say about when you were talking about feelings, that was a little tough because, yes, I grew up in the household, definitely, my dad is like tough, masculine, you know, we were not going to show our emotions. But my father was different with his wife than he was with everyone else. So what was intimate between them was different. He can be who he was with himself, you know, be himself and be soft with, you know, with his wife. But he's not going to be like that with everyone else, because he has to be the man around everyone else. But he did have that relationship. So I feel that I don't think that you have to not look for, you can't spill your emotions with everyone. You have to have like a group of people where you can say how you truly feel with those people. But I feel that that's the role of your best friends. That's the role of maybe a close cousin. And then the relationship that you have with your person is different than you would have with, you know, I don't feel like spilling your emotions all the time is always wise. So that's why you have to have different outlets, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that's.
Are you saying until you find that person where that person is your person, where instead of you going to your friends and all that kind of stuff, you should be able to have that I can openly talk to you, whether it's about something good, bad, ugly, great. Is that what you're saying?
I think that in relationships, you're going to have different dynamics. So for instance, like I haven't been married, so I can't really say how that is. I haven't experienced the part of I want to expose everything to someone, but I will say that in my friendships, I feel that I have something that I talk to them about. Mm-hmm. And then in my relationships, I act a different way with that person than I may share with my best friend. And I think that those dynamics are important because, one, you don't want to burden your spouse with every single emotion all the time, and you have a different dynamic with your friends. So I think it's good to be able to go to your friends, your closest. Not saying that your spouse shouldn't be your closest. I mean, that's the role, right? But I feel that it's important to have those things too, because you don't want to dump on your spouse all the time. That's just how I feel. I'm not married, so I can't really say, y'all who have been married chime in, but I just feel like I feel like it's important to have those good friendships. Like my bestie will come to me and tell me stuff, all kinds of stuff, but she's going to have a different relationship that she has with her husband and show some different things to him than she's going to come to me and talk about, you know? So I don't know.
Odis, what you think about that? And what we've said so far. He gonna grab his red solo cup, y'all.
You know, it's a different experience when you haven't had that father from a male and female perspective. And see, the thing about it is that you might meet a man that has not had that same experience you had. He ain't seen the father. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to react to you based upon how he got the stimuli and the variables in terms of how to treat a woman. And it's not that he wants to treat you bad. He just might think what he doing is right. And a lot of women get caught into that. Like, this dude ain't SHIT, whatever.
Mhm.
See, I tell guys, it's okay if somebody call you shit. It's okay. Emotionally, men are on two separate spectrums. They want to be everything they can to be to a woman. But if they sense any masculine energy, men want to be respected, women want to be loved.
I want to be respected. I don't want to, I mean, I want to be loved, but I also want to be respected. That's one of my number one things.
I got data to back what I'm saying. Man,
Okay.
that's why, check this out. If a woman cheat on a man will be out. He like, dog, he can't even think of another dude smashing this woman. He just can't. Wife, whoever.
Yeah.
But if a man cheat on a woman right here in his office, they'll forgive them. A woman want to know, she don't even want to know about the sex. Do you love her? Did you buy her roses?
Mm-hmm.
Have she been in the seat that I sat in? She'll be asking, I mean, did he flip you? I mean, did she flip you up and all that?
I did.
But see, dudes be wanting to know, shit.
I want to know everything. I want to know every detail.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it, if you want to know everything, then that means you willing to feel like nothing at the end.
I've been in that situation. I don't think, well, first of all, no one could ever make me feel like nothing. That could never happen.
Well,
but
you sit in my office and I'll prove to you, if you want to know everything, at some point, you're going to be depleted.
You can be depleted, but you don't have to. No one can ever make me feel like nothing. That's not a low someone could make me feel. That's not a low someone could ever make me feel. I would never let anyone take me to that place ever. But that's just me. And then the other thing that I was gonna,
You don't have no control over that.
I don't have control over myself.
You have control over somebody depleting you.
I do have control over someone depleting me because when I see, yeah, absolutely. But I know that is my flaw. I will say, hello, this is my flaw. I'm in the anonymous. I will run like a mug when I feel that you are going to deplete me. When I feel that your energy is draining, I will run away. So that is my flaw. I will run away in a minute. I'm not going to work on too many things. So, but I can feel when honestly, I can feel if I'm going to be depleted. So no, I would not. And that's in any area of my life. That's not just in relationships. That's if a job is going to be depleting, if an interaction with anyone, if I feel that this person is a drain, I'm not going to keep that person in my life.
That is fact. She will blink. I'll be like, damn, what happened to?
You know what? But the indicator of you running means that you understand what depletion is.
I know. Yeah. Of course.
So how do you look for depletion if you've never experienced it?
Oh, you mean, have I ever experienced depletion before? But see, you said a low. There's not a low. Like, I'm not going to let somebody run me to the ground. It's just not my nature.
To the ground. Because guess what? If somebody run you 2 inches from the ground, your ass not far from it.
I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, we got to get it on a debate about me specifically. We can talk about other things. But...
No, it ain't about you. It's about, see, you may represent 1 million women.
100%.
That's why, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
How does a woman get popular by doing 50 TikToks if other women and other people did not identify with her? So if she got on there and talked about, whales' asses, I mean, nobody knows a whale ass, but if she talk about this nigga wasn't shit, come on now. Right. Everybody know about that one.
Right.
See, what it was about her was her storytelling. She took a page from the stories back in the day. That's why parents was like glued to the TV like that. My stay at home time, people at work, because they let you know. I mean, if you ever watch Power or one of these shows, y'all know how it go.
Yeah.
They would be like, oh, I can't wait till the next week.
What's her name? Tessa. What's her name?
Yeah, but you know what? I think that comes from not having, I don't know, like conversations with other women. Or like you gotta have like, there's so many flags on the play that like when you call your girlfriends up, unless she was trying to hide all this information, but like when you call your cousins up or your best friends and y'all get on and you get on the phone and you say, this dude doing this, so and so and such and such. They're like, oh no, girl, let me tell you. I had one that did this and this means this. And so then your eyes open and then you're looking and then you're saying, something about this doesn't seem right. And then now you're keeping your eye on it. And then the other women are telling you what you should be looking out for, the types of behavior so that you can stop this from the very beginning. Like, so I'm confused.
Yeah, I think that's because, but see, some women 100% will completely ignore it. And then they will be like, oh, okay, they become fixers. They think they can fix every damn person, every situation. They become, nah, girl, you jealous. They become, no, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, it's very similar. Like she was in, and I haven't even seen the whole thing yet, but clearly she was in a jacked up relationship, right? That was like being in a domestic violence situation, right? Mm-hmm. She was with somebody that was a for real liar, right?
Yeah.
Who manipulated in 55 million different ways to where she was like brainwashed to me in her own way. And it's almost like a similar reaction when you see somebody who leaves an abusive relationship and then they come back. And then they leave an abusive relationship and then they come back. And the person that's sitting next to him is sitting there looking like, well, why the hell you keep going back to this man who keep busting you in your eye? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes. We've all had that. But that usually happens in your 20s. So, but I don't want to talk about her. Since we have a man here, I want to ask the man, why are men so obsessed with like women cooking and cleaning? Why do men like that? What is that about?
Oh, do you like that? You like a woman, you like a traditional woman? Because you said something real harsh about the modern woman. You didn't sound like you like the modern woman.
The modern woman.
What you looking for? That's all I want to know.
See, the thing about it, every man wants something different. So I'm a simple dude. Put me in the corner. Have my Tito's and my Tito's vodka and my tonic and lemon lime wedges. Rub my head, tell me a little good little, some affirmation. Walk around and just show me a little something. I don't want no granny panties. I don't want none of that. Walk around, show me a little something. Peekaboo, I see you. Show me a little something. And guess what? I'm giving your ass the cheat sheet. But you know what? Some dudes are telling a woman what they want. Tell a woman, and she want to argue with her like, damn, I just gave you the cheat sheet. Give me my little peekaboo in my drink.
Okay, yes, and you said something about that dressing up and being sexy. I forgot that you said that. Yes, I think that's important.
I didn't say sexy.
No, but in the beginning you said keep it
jiggling and wiggling. I ain't know this shit.
Yeah, okay, jiggling and wiggling. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, when you want that comfort in your relationship, you don't want to be sexy jiggly all the time. Sometimes you want to have your bonnet on, like you said, don't keep that bonnet on. But sometimes in your own relaxing home, you want to be able to be yourself and have your bonnet on some of the time and be your natural self. And sometimes wear some old comfortable pajamas around the house. You don't want to have to be sexy all the time.
You know what I call them?
Sure. No, go ahead and tell me.
You said what?
I can't hear you. Say what?
I call them single.
Single?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I am almost 17 years married, and I for damn sure go to bed with my bonnet. Matter of fact, I just took it off about 30 minutes ago.
I'm about to say that's unrealistic because I know plenty of married women that do all of those things.
And I can do that.
But guess what?
I could wear the sexy shit. I could wear the moo if I want to, because you know that ass is underneath there. I can cook in the moo. I can dress up if I want to. I am very diverse.
That's right.
You don't count.
No, that is the norm. And then also, listen. And I think this is important for you too.
Hey.
If you want that intimacy that you were talking about, where you want to be able to reveal. Okay.
Stop texting whoever you texting. Tell her she has to wait till the end of the podcast. Okay. We need undivided attention. She has about 15 more minutes, so you have to wait.
I'm giving y'all undivided attention.
Oh,
All right, back to the conversation at hand. Go ahead.
Okay. If you want that intimacy that you were speaking of, you have to be able to see that person in all of those elements and be able to embrace them in all of those too. And that way she embraces you as well. So, when she has the bonnet on, cool, that's my baby. She got the bonnet on, but I know my baby can have that ass out in a little bit. So I feel like, when you want to be able to be your vulnerable self and share the deepest emotions that you feel, you have to be able to allow that person to be themselves as well. So I think you have to meet people in the middle. Like, you can't have an ideal. You have to have the entire package.
I agree, because I think what you said contradicts what you're saying. Because you said you wanted the female to receive how you feeling and all this kind of stuff, but you can't receive the fact that she just wants to make sure her hair is protected. Or some days, hey, I don't want this thing up my booty crack. Some days I want to wear my bra. Some days I don't want to do that.
That's two different things, though. That's two different things. That's like Monday and Saturday night. That's two different things.
So Monday, we got to get up to go to work in the morning. So yeah, I might not be Miss Sexy, but hey, come Friday, Saturday night, then boom, I'm gonna bust out Miss Sexy. So I think that's like give and take in a relationship.
Yeah, you can argue with me.
Yeah, so I think that you have to, and that way, and I really don't know. I'm not a Black man, so I have not had these experiences. But yeah, I can. Because if you tried to tell me your feelings too early, I probably would be like, why? And I probably would be like, that's scary. And it would probably repel me because.
Wait, what kind of feelings? What? Let me backtrack. When you say feelings, are you saying feelings about her? Because I think it's a difference. So let me ask you, when you're saying feelings, describe what you mean by you're trying to tell somebody your feelings. Is it feelings about the individual or something else? Because if I just met you and you telling me how you feel about me, I am going to feel a certain kind of way.
No, I was talking about him. I thought he was talking about his deepest and darkest emotions.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I just, I agree with you, Talia, is what I'm saying. Because I if somebody I just started talking to somebody, and within 2 weeks, he like, girl, I love you, man. I'm like, what? Like, hold on, partner. Like, no, we're not going to do that. But I don't have a problem if you like, you know what, I really like kicking it with you. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, something along those lines. But I think there's you have to gradually get there with people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can just bust out and be like, yeah, I love you. Then I'm going to feel like you a stalker. Then I'm going to feel.
But also I'm talking about the feelings that you were talking about. Oh, so you tell me a little bit about that. Is that what you're saying? Like, you're saying that Black men feel that they can never be themselves, that they have to be tough all the time?
If a safe space is not developed for them, or if a woman is argumentative, confrontational, always got her last word, don't let them finish a sentence. Y'all about to get real mad at me, because this is what I hear about what folks say about Black women. Don't let them finish their last word, argumentative, confrontational, ration out sex acts, just on and on. I mean, it's like, if a man goes through so much, I believe Black women are the strongest beings on earth because they go through so much in terms of child rearing, on and on. But black men, in terms of society, I think black men go through more. So if you go home and you got to fight with your damn woman, like for instance, if I came home, I don't do this, but it's one of my clients. He hit the wall, right? Now, as a black woman, tell me what y'all gonna do. He hit the wall, put a hole in the wall.
Why he hit?
No.
Okay.
I need to know why. What is happening here?
Okay. No, he comes on. He hits the wall.
Okay, media. I'm
Black
like,
woman, what do you do next?
walk back out and calm down, or you can sit down and have a conversation with me. What is going on?
Wrong answer. What's yours?
That's what I would do.
I feel like someone hitting the wall is very scary. So I don't know. I'll be like, ooh, I'm gonna give you some space because I don't want any blowback. So
guess what? Give me some white and Hispanic women on here. Let me ask them the same question.
I'm just gonna ask what's going on. What's causing your anger? If you can't have that conversation with me, then I might pause for a minute and say, all right, I'll come back about 5-10 minutes.
But the white and Hispanic women not gonna say what y'all say.
What they gonna do?
They're not gonna say what we say.
No, not at all.
What they gonna do?
I think an adult.
I know.
I think an adult should know how to control their anger. I mean, like once you get past a certain age, you shouldn't be punching walls, my friend.
This is why black men say they want to date black women.
I mean,
that's okay.
Because what y'all say.
Wait, what?
That's okay.
Hold on.
It's not okay.
What is it that the white lady, Mexican, whatever it is, says?
Okay. You come home. You hit the wall. Not, why are you doing this? What happened to you? Like, what happened to you for you to do this? And he may get his head rubbed. He may get honey sit down.
I said you could take.
Hold on. He may get less talk. I know guys who said that the woman look at them, you done messed up the wall. Listen, plaster don't cost that much.
Punching a wall at your house, though, that's an irrational.
But see, you are looking at the act. Other women are looking at what's the why behind the what. We know that ain't normal for you. So obviously something had to happen to you.
But that's why I said what happened, what's wrong. Sit down. So I need to understand if
that's not what you said. You said walk away and give him some time.
I said, hold on. No, I said two things. I said, one, I would either say, okay, either you can walk out and calm down, or you can come and sit down and tell me like what happened.
Who are you telling that to though?
I'm telling it to you. What you mean?
You telling it to the guy to hit the wall?
Yeah, either I don't know what's going on.
You really think that's what he need to hear from you at that time?
It's two things. He has choices. Because one, especially if I have children or something like that, I don't know what his trigger is.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what his trigger is. So my take as a female, I don't care what color I am.
So you don't know your man?
100%. That's the reason why I'm going to say, okay, hold on. I'm going to need you either to walk out for a minute to calm down, do your de-escalation walk. Okay.
Thanks.
I have to protect my children. I don't know if you own something. I don't know if you found out somebody died. I don't know if you got fired, but we're going to get to that. So meanwhile, hold on. I'll even meet you.
Why can't you rub his head and go, baby, what's wrong?
I don't know. He could be mad at me. I don't know what.
I think that's a very unsafe thing to do in a household with your wife and your children.
Well, see, but Talia, at the same time, I am the type of person where immediately I'm like, okay, what happened? What's wrong? Right? I am not going to approach, whether it's my son, whether it is my husband or my daughter, I am not going to approach and touch someone who is doing physical violence.
That's what I just said. I'm not gonna.
But what I will do is I am still concerned. I am still concerned about what is going on. And I've experienced that. 100%. I've
I've experienced explosive anger as well. And it is not a comfortable feeling. It is not something that I personally, it's not something that you should do in your house. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not something that you should do in your household, especially as a grown man. That is a scary thing. And it's regardless of, yes, I don't know. You have to be able to, as an adult, and I know that you're saying that maybe this is just you need to go and comfort the man. Yeah, you do. But at the same time, if you're reacting in a crazy manner, then to me, that's not a safe thing for us to be. That's not a safe environment. I'm not going to immediately run to you because I don't know what's going on with you. If you are at a man and you're making me feel scared,
You don't know who you're dealing with.
I just feel like
I hope my man wouldn't come home and punch the wall. That's scary. Put a hole in the wall. That's deep.
What I'm saying is
I could be next.
My first thing is to protect myself and my children. That is my first instinct. Okay. I am also thinking, okay, I also need to understand what's going on with him. That is literally the three things that are thinking about immediately that I would hope all women of all races would immediately think about is not, I want to go over here and soothe and caress and all that. No, I need to understand the why. Okay. The why is somebody shot, somebody got this, somebody smacked me, or I just wanted to see how you going to react. I don't know. So I'm not going to assume that I know why Bartell, my husband, came in and punched the wall. Now, so there's two situations you can have. You can sit down. We can talk about what's going on. If he is quiet, that means he's not ready to have that conversation with me. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute. And then I'm like, you good? Do you need something? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? That's 100%. Why do I know that? Because that shit has happened before. Not with my current husband and not with that situation. But I have been in that situation before to where I'm like, what in the hell's going on? That person was upset because their cousin just got shot and killed. It was anger, right? Clearly, it's angry. Now, there's 50 reasons why this person could have been angry. You know what I'm saying? But it for damn sure was a sit down, yo, like, what's going on? Right? Now, when that person sat down, after I said sit down, then it was a breakdown and cry. Now I see, okay, we need some physical touching. We need some acknowledgement. I need to, now that, okay, all right, now we getting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So there are steps to that. When somebody comes in swinging, I don't care if it's a knife, punching a wall, they come in kicking or whatever the case may be, I'm going to treat that person, whether it's a grown ass man or a teenage boy or whatever it is, a girl or a female, I'm going to treat them the same. The first is, okay, is now a good time to talk? Because some people, you can't talk to them when they're in situations like that. Like if I try to talk to one of my brothers like that and he's on 57, ain't no way in the hell I'm going to get anywhere.
No.
And he probably going to put 55 more holes in the wall.
Yes.
So that's another reason why I may say, okay, do you want to go outside and walk? We can even go outside and talk. If it's a better situation for you, because you're like, man, I can't even be in here and breathe. I'm just
looking at the approach. And every woman don't have that approach.
I'm gonna give you space. But I mean, everyone's different, and I think it's okay. I mean, I understand. So from what you are saying, if I'm getting to the root of what you're saying that Black men feel like they need more nurturing and love. Is that what you're saying? That they're not getting enough love and enough nurturing, and they're not able to express that need. And so it seems like the need is turning into anger and frustration, as opposed to because they feel like they're not being recognized for their needs. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that if a Black man does not feel respected, they get nothing out of him.
So how can a Black man feel? I don't feel like if he ain't being respected, I don't feel like he should give shit either. Don't give, and a woman shouldn't. If a Black man or a Black woman is not being respected, do not receive and do not give anything. Walk away. Relieve yourself from that situation, period. There's nothing you're gaining from that. Bye. That's what I feel.
Yeah, but people say that after 2 kids, 3 kids. I mean, It ain't easy as that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think it's just a black man. I think it's a black woman too. Because I think that's probably one of the reasons why, this quote modern woman conversation is happening, because we have been disrespected for so goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? From our own black men, just being straight up. Like, we haven't been respected as much as we should in some situations.
Well, women may have been respected by a past black man. So then she brings that to the current black man.
I think 100%. That's definitely, but that's anybody.
There was
that's life though. We still talking about, if you want to use that argument, we can say that people can use, yes it is, because black people still talk about slavery. We say that all the time. We see the remnants of that effective in our lives.
That means that a woman or a man has skipped the process and went straight to door number 2.
I agree with that.
Another person. They didn't say, let me wait and see and work on myself, give me some counsel, whatever. They went straight to door number 2.
The moment when Talia gets us all confused.
Mm-hmm.
What's door number 2? I don't understand.
Meaning she or he just went to like the next relationship instead of like healing and working.
So you're saying they never worked on themselves?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah.
Oh no, I missed that. So wait, go back and say what you're saying again, because I missed those two things together. They didn't make sense to me.
Well, what I was saying is that if a person does not go work on themselves and go to door number 2, that means that they are getting ready to recreate the process all over again with just another person.
No, you were saying I was talking about with current. You said the black man is being, his past is now in his current. So is that what? Well, I don't understand. How do those two go back? Because I missed the step, and maybe you can explain to me, Raquel, because I didn't get those two. How did we jump to there?
We were talking about somebody bringing drama into their relationship.
Is that what we were talking about?
At the end.
Basically, people who are in their current relationships bring drama from their past relationships. That's all we're talking about.
But that's not what we were talking about.
It came off of me saying, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. So I said,
we were talking about black men in general. We weren't talking about current relationships.
Yeah, but I specifically said,
we just gonna move on. We completely lost it at this point.
Oh, you know what? I want to ask you about your 3 marriages. I want to ask you, in each marriage, essentially we're talking about, you have to grow and learn from each relationship. And do you feel like you went into each relationship, each marriage different? Were you a different person? Did you have a different expectation?
I wasn't ready. In retrospect, I wasn't ready for all 3 of them.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Okay. All right.
I mean, these women the women are so more far advanced and love than men.
Okay.
So I had 3 women. All 3 of them had, the first wife had 1 kid, second wife had 1 kid, third wife had 1 kid. All of them had sons. And they looked at me as this great community mentor. So I'm just going to be like the perfect stepdaddy for their sons.
Gotcha.
And shit.
Y'all, this is where it's about to get really crazy, and then we're going to shut it down.
I mentor kids, but shit, I don't live with them. I don't live with them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
So when you got in and you were like, I ain't trying to be this, like you felt like you didn't know how to fulfill the role of a father?
Because with enough work things going on, not that I know how to fulfill a role of father. See, a stepfather is not a father. And
I disagree.
Honey, there are some things that come with that. If you got to deal with another
Martell is an excellent stepfather.
You got to deal with a trifling ass parent, and then you got to get through the other parent. Then you got to get through the phase of you not my daddy. I mean, there's a lot of listen. I'm sorry. I would never recommend any young man ever to become a stepfather, ever. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it.
Because, I mean, I understand your situation, but I also have to say if that's the case, then Raquel wouldn't have her marriage, and my aunt wouldn't have their marriage if they were in for 34 years. Bravo to them. So it takes, every relationship takes work. Everything is going to have.
That's too much damn work.
It's too much work.
Yes. Listen.
Yes, but the older that you get, the more likely that people out here, they have sex, they have children. So that's just part of life.
The older that you get, the more chances that you close to a heart attack or a stroke. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Let me say this, okay?
Hell no.
I've been on both sides of
And then guess what? Then
What?
you got women who got son husbands. They ain't gonna never let them go. They're gonna be in their house forever.
That's why. This is why I was about to say what I was about to say. This is what I'm saying.
Son husband.
It depends on.
How come he get more bacon than me? Man, fuck that.
What?
Yeah, Jody. Oh my God.
It depends on how that woman is raising that child, whether it's a male or a female. Because if she, like how I raised my son received his father, which is his stepfather, as his dad, right? Now, he met him when he was 4.5. He has a very good relationship with his biological father, right? Hell yeah, he went through some drama, but at the same time, it's very much about how the hell that lady is raising her child. Straight the hell up. Because if she raised him like a son husband type thing, hell yeah, do not come into that relationship because it's a whole situation. And the same thing. And the same thing if it was a girl. If she's raising this girl to be disrespectful and you ain't my daddy, hell no, run. And it's the same thing with a female though. Do not.
Yeah, I would be.
Do not, because shit, Martell almost didn't even make the cut.
Well, I would be leery of having anyone around my daughter anyway.
You said what?
Y'all talking about the 10%.
Nah, shit, I'm being real. I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's the 10%, but the 90% be like, man, hell no. Y'all the 10% that worked it out.
50%.
10%.
Nah, because I definitely went through the baby mama drama. Please believe that. I was like, shit, like, is this worth it? Is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. But again, it depends. So to each his own, 100%. I also think the age of the child is super important. That is like very important because I think when they're very young, you will probably experience some shit if they still were in this emotional situation with the baby mama or baby daddy. You're going to go through all hell. But then you also have the teenage years. You know what I'm saying? If you try to come in and this person's been single and they raising this boy who's 16, 17, and you coming in talking about, oh, I'm your stepdaddy, he'll be like, what? You know, in some situations. So I don't know.
True.
I think it also is how to do, honestly, treats and receipts, because I didn't want anybody to be with my kid that treated them lesser.
All right. Well, we appreciate you talking to us. We might have you on for a part 2 so we can get real.
Yes. Well, we thank you.
If
y'all know what y'all know, I need to be your resident therapist.
A resident therapist?
Yeah.
We're going to have people call in and you going to discuss their problems.
I mean, it take y'all to another level.
Yeah, I'm down for it. All right, so we appreciate, if anybody wants to actually have your boy Odis, Mr. Odis Bellinger, as a counselor, as a therapist, or maybe they want to be a part of the Building Better Men Out Here Metro Detroit program, please do check out this website below. All of his contact information. I don't know if you are receiving new patients, new clients, but his information is right here. So if you guys actually want Odis Bellinger to come back onto 50 Shades of Life, comment and let us know. Have questions that you want to ask him or situations, or maybe you want to join us on the show, email us at 50 Shades of Life. That is 50SHA8DES of life at gmail.com. And we will definitely have a conversation because I think Odis may be back on here a few times. I'm pretty sure after this, some of my girlfriends are probably going to be like, I got some questions. Bring him back up on here.
You know what? If you know, you know.
All right.
We all going to have our
I'm going to leave it at this. If you know, you better holler at O.
That's going to be your tagline. I got you.
Huh?
On that note, y'all, we out of here. Everybody, red cups up. We're going to have to bring our cups or our glasses or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
These dishes, fresher than them dishes.
Talia, grant your wishes.